Welcome back to another coding ASMR video. Today, I'll once again continue the coding challenge countdown series to 2023, where each day until December 31st, 2022, I will do a short coding problem. So today is December 29th, 2022. And today I'll be doing another problem. So this is the problem I'm going to solve. So I got an array of integers. My job is to find that array, use that array, and find the index where all of the numbers in the left, the sum of those must equal to the sum of the right, all of the numbers to the right of that index. And then they give an example where I get an array of 1, 2, 3 here, like that, this one, and I'm expecting to return index 3 because all of the numbers here, if you take their sum, and all of the numbers on the right take that sum, which is both equal to 6, happens to be the same, so I'll have to return that point, that index. Typing and coding sounds begin now. I hope you enjoy watching me suffer. Starting now. Alright, so the first thing I did is, if there is no index where the sums of the left hand and the right hand numbers are equal, I'm going to return -1. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is the array will always start from the first. So my goal is that it will start at index 0, which means that there will be no numbers on the left side. Meanwhile, there are going to be all numbers to the right, so the right will be always full. So my goal is to loop every number except the first one in the array, because the index being accounted for, the number doesn't count. So that is my goal. So I'm going to loop through the array and populate and take the sum of all the numbers besides the first one. And that's where the loop happens. So we're going to start at the beginning of the array, and the right sum will eventually be filled with all of the numbers besides the first, and then that's where you'll start looping. So I am going to loop from the beginning all the way till the end. My first bet is going to check if the numbers on the right are equal. If not, then what I'm going to do is to shift the index. So before I shift the index, I am going to add the sum into the left. And then I am going to remove the right sum. Because as the index shifts, moves to the array, the right numbers will become the left, as far as I think it is. Because let's say this is the example. I start at 0. All of the numbers are the right here, but the left has no numbers. So before I move on to 2, which is at index 1, I am going to remove the second index or something. I think. No, I am going to add on the array at I, like the one where I was at, and then remove from the right the number at I plus 1, because that will be the next index I'll be using as a pivot. But the thing is that I have to take into the account the last iteration. So because here I did I plus 1, in the last iteration this would throw an index out of bounds exception. So I have to take into account the last iteration. So at the last iteration, I will not execute this code. Instead, here, if I'm here, I am not going to do anything else, because by that time, there will be no more right hand numbers. So like the second to last will only have a sum of 1, because that's the only number left. And before I move on, I am going to remove that. and then afterwards there will be no next iteration. Every number will be the left. So let's see that. Okay, so now what I'm going to try to do is test some of my code. So yeah. Let's see what I would get for this one. Okay, so I get an index of 3, which is what I kind of want. Alright, I copied all of the other example test cases they provide in the instructions, as well as what it would expect it to be. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so for this first one, I tested that before and it expected the third index, which is what I want here. For this one here, it's expected 1 here, which is the 100, because the number here is 1 and the right side on the right of the 100 has a sum of 1. So that returns this index, which is this number here. And this one here is expected 0, because on this first index the left side has nothing, so that's equals 0, and all of the numbers to the right of the 20 has a sum of 0, so that evens out, and I return that. So actually I think I am pretty much done this problem. Okay, so I managed to pass all of the test cases in this challenge, so I am pretty much done this problem in success. And so this will conclude today's video. So once again, today is December 29th, 2022, which means that there are 2 days left, December 30th and December 31st, before the new year happens. So I really hope you are enjoying this series. 2 more days to go, so hit the thumbs up button. I hope you enjoyed it. So see you in the next coding video. Peace out.